everybody, welcome. My name is Chef Rob. Today we're going to make some barbecued chicken pineapple kebabs. Saucy and sticky, really good. Make sure you let them marinate 2 hours up, and you can even let them go for 24 hours. Okay, so you can prepare this today and finish it off tomorrow. So let's make the sauce right now. We're going to take some barbecue sauce. Barbecue sauce, you want 2/3 of a cup. And we're just going to spoon this right in here. You can make your own, so if you have a favorite barbecue sauce, that is the one that you want to use. If you use a bottled one, that is the one to use, okay? So it's to your taste. And then we're going to also add in 2/3 of a cup of teriyaki sauce, and that goes the same. If you make your own or if you buy it, do the same for this recipe. Okay, we're just going to mix this in really well. We're going to add in 3 cloves of minced garlic. And with this recipe, you could serve about 5 to 6 people for this. I'm just going to smash this garlic down. Let's chop this up really good. And just add that right into the sauce and the marinade. Then we're going to take a little bit of fresh ginger. Fresh ginger, when you're at the store, just buy the size piece that you need, okay? Don't buy any extra, okay? And take the biggest chunk, okay? It's a little easier to work with. Okay, so this looks really good. I'm just going to kind of do this right on the side of the bowl. Lift this, add that right in as well. Going to take the ginger. You could take a potato peeler with this, or you could just scrub this really good and then just grate it yourself, or you could even take a paring knife and just go very thin against the skin and just kind of shave that off, and then you could just grate it right in. And this you are going to need about 1 tablespoon's worth, okay? I really recommend getting a chunk of the fresh ginger compared to like the ginger powder. This is just going to make the flavors come off really nicely to it. Okay, so I'm just going to move this over here. I'm going to take this, what's called a microplane, and just kind of grate it in. Now when I grate this, you won't see much dropping in, because what happens, it kind of gets caught on the back here, but you just take your finger and go like this right in here. Okay, but I want, again, about 1 tablespoon's worth. Okay, that should be about good. Now I'm just going to take my finger, just drop everything right in here. And now I'm just going to take the whisk and just mix that around really well. I do want to reserve about 1/2 cup on the side. So what I'm going to do is just pour a little bit back into the bowl that I had some of the sauce. So just about half a cup. Okay, so let's leave that to the side. So you're going to want to have either a Ziploc bag or some sort of a container that, you know, like a Tupperware container that you can seal the chicken. Kind of give it a shake every once in a while so it marinates really well. Okay, so have that ready. I have about 2 pounds of chicken, and I am going to take that and I'm just going to cut this into little pieces. About 1-inch cubes would be perfect for it. Make sure you don't have raw chicken out for more than 2 days, okay, because it really does start to turn on you, okay? And it's very expensive right now, and we also want to be really cautious. We don't want to get sick. So I'm just going to take this chicken right here. This equals about 2 pounds. Just going to cut off the little bit of fat that is here. Cut that off right here. Now I like to pound out my chicken. I like to have a meat mallet handy. So if you have one, it will be helpful. You just kind of make it a little bit more tender. Sometimes chicken breasts can be a little on the tougher side, so this way it will make it more tender. So you're just going to take these chicken breasts just like this. Just slide that ginger out of the way. going to take a piece of plastic wrap and put it right over the chicken. And then I'm just going to take a meat mallet and I'm just going to kind of pound it down just a little bit. I want to get it nice and even so that way when I'm cooking it and putting it on the grill and the skewers, it will all finish at the same time. And by putting the plastic wrap on this, what it does is it just makes it where no chicken will get on anything else in the room. Okay, whether it's the barbecue sauce, anything like that. And I'm just going to turn this over for a second, and then I'll start cutting these into cubes. Now we are going to have to let this marinate, so again, 2 hours to up to 24 hours. So you could always make this sauce a day ahead and put the chicken in and let it really marinate. It really will make a difference. Okay. Put this to the side. So I like to season up my chicken with a little bit kosher salt. Turn that over. Okay, perfect. And now let's cut this into some cubes, 1-inch cubes. And then I'm going to put it into a Ziploc bag, so I think that's going to work best for me. So just kind of take the knife and go just like this. Cut it into little strips like this. And just like this. You can cut them bigger, you can cut them smaller, but just make sure that they are cooked through to 165 degrees. Now, if you see the different vegetables I have on here, the peppers, and then I also have pineapple on there. If there's something that you don't like, switch it with something else. You can always use summer squash, zucchini. You don't have to use the sweet onion. You can use red onion. So sometimes you don't have to go out and specially purchase certain things. You can use the ones that you have in your house already. And again, I'm just going to cut this into little cubes right here. Okay. I'm going to put this right over here a second. So I have my reserved sauce for later. And now I'm going to take this chicken. I'm going to add it right into the sauce. I'm going to leave it in the bowl just for now, just to kind of get it really coated really well. Okay, that's perfect. So I'm going to put this in the Ziploc bag now. And then we can also prepare some of the vegetables if we were going to use it shortly. You know, within a couple hours, you could prepare them now. You will love this one. This one works really good with pork, and it also works really good with shrimp too. Okay, so you always have somebody, friends or family, that want it a little different, and you could make these just as vegetable kebabs. And just every once in a while, when you're marinating this, just kind of get all the air out. And just every once in a while, just kind of give it a little toss just like this, okay? Just squeeze all those flavors around. So let's let this in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours, if not more. Okay, so let's prepare our vegetables. The chicken is almost ready. Well, it has sat in my refrigerator for about 4 hours. So we're just going to cut these little ends off. I'm using a Vidalia onion. Vidalia, nice and sweet. Goes with the pineapple really well too. So we want to cut these into about 1.5 inch pieces. And I would say a medium to a large. If it's small, do 2 onions. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of cut these into little wedges. just like that, and they'll hold up on the kebabs really well. One thing when you're doing the kebabs, if you're using the metal skewers, you don't need to do anything with the skewers, but if you are using the wooden ones, you do want to make sure that they are sitting in water for about 10 minutes, okay? Because they're going to be on the grill and you don't want them to burn. One red pepper. If you have other peppers around, the more colors, the better it will look and present on the table. Again, yellow squash, zucchini, red onion would go good on this. And make sure you get out all the white inside here and all those little pits too. Okay, I'm just cutting this out. Okay, I'm going to cut these on into the same size, just like the onions. And then we're going to cut up a pineapple. You want the pineapple to be more firm than soft, because it will hold up better on the kebabs. So if you don't like the peppers to be that big and you want it to be more uniform with the chicken, just kind of cut it just like that. So about 1.5 inch pieces. Just going to leave this to the side. Get rid of these little seeds. And always check to see other videos that we have done. We have over about 240 different videos out on YouTube. We do them on Facebook Live. My Facebook page is Simply Creative Chef Rob. So for anybody that wants to see other live programs as well. So I have this yellow pepper, not on the recipe, but just something, like I said, you could just add to it and change it around and make the colors look really nice. So I'm going to leave this all on the side. Let's get to the pineapple. Pineapple, you want to make sure it's nice and firm all the way around, okay? The pineapple will not ripen anymore when you bring it home. A lot of people will put it on their kitchen counter to ripen, but it will just get softer. It doesn't get any riper. So I'm just taking the top off here. Cut the bottom part right off. Then we're just going to go right down the sides and just cut this skin off. You do want to get any of these brown spots right off. They do sell a thing that for the pineapple where you could take the skin right off, and it does work really, really well. Or you could just do it the way I do it, and that works well also. Just about done with the pineapple, and then we're just going to kind of chunk this up. We're going to use about 2 cups of it, okay, and the rest keep in the refrigerator and enjoy later. Okay, so let's take the pineapple and cut these into nice sized chunks and just lay it down flat. Again, if you see any of the little brown spots on there, you could just cut them right off. And a little bit of a firmer pineapple is better. Okay. So I'm just going to cut those little spots right here off. Pineapple actually grills really, really nicely. And perfect in the summer chicken kebabs, any type of kebab. Okay, so again, you want about 2 cups. So I'm going to leave one of these to the side. Let's just start chunking these up. And it always depends, do you want more veggies? Do you want more pineapple? Do you like a lot of chicken on there? And so you could alter this any way you want to do it. These are good over rice, some summer salads on the side of this as well. I'm using a medium-sized kebab stick because a lot of times in the summer when you're having picnics or barbecues, there's always other foods being served. So you can use different ones. So you can see this is the size that I am using right here. But then I also have like little cocktail ones that you can make small little cocktail ones with as well. You put one piece of everything on there. So I'm going to leave them in there. I have my chicken that has been marinating. I'm just going to take this and put this into just a little container here just to easily get at it. And you want to get rid of that bag. Move this over the pineapple. So now what you want to do is start assembling your kebabs. And you just kind of rotate with chicken, piece of pepper, and always kind of alternate the colors too. Kind of makes it really stand out nicely. And then a piece of onion. And then you can go back one more time and put a piece of chicken on here as well. And then another pepper. I'm going to use the yellow pepper since I have that. And then maybe finish that off with a piece of pineapple, just like that. So I would say 2 of these per person is pretty good. You could even put, and I'm going to do it, put another piece of chicken on here. Slide that down, just be careful of your fingers, and just do that with the remaining ingredients right here. So we'll see how many kebabs we get out of here, but you will feed about 5 to 6 people. Okay, so we got 10 chicken pineapple kebabs that are going to be really saucy and sticky. So we're going to take a little bit of canola oil and just kind of rub that right onto the chicken and the vegetables, because when you put it on the grill, it actually can take a nice high heat. We are going to cook these at more like a medium heat because I don't want them to burn. And we're going to keep checking the temperature because we don't want them to go past 165. Otherwise you're going to overcook it. Okay, and now let's just season these really nicely with some kosher salt and some fresh ground black pepper, and we'll put them right on the grill. A couple good twists of the black pepper. And now they're ready for the grill. Okay, let's take these chicken pineapple kebabs and put them on the grill. Medium heat. And every once in a while, open up the lid, just kind of move it around a little bit so they get cooked evenly both sides. And depending on how big you cut the chicken is how long it will take. It should be close to the 10-minute mark. Okay, so let's just turn some of these over so they get cooked nice and evenly. Sometimes the chicken will flip with it, so just keep an eye on it. If you see the raw chicken up in the air, just kind of give it a little twist. Okay. So these kebabs are all finished. Let's put them on a really nice platter. A white platter looks good just because it will show up all the different colors. And then we'll bring them inside and we're just going to hit them with a little bit more sauce. So now that you have your reserved sauce, just kind of brush this on here and it's going to heat that sauce right up. You also could just toss it on the grill for another minute or 2, but you don't want to overcook that chicken. So either way it would work out. These are going to be really tasty. And like I said, they're very saucy and very sticky. So have plenty of napkins around. Just try to hit all the spots and use all the sauce up. Pork tenderloin with this would work out really well, and nice sized shrimp, a medium to large shrimp would work out. Okay, there's all our sauce. And these are our saucy and sticky barbecue chicken pineapple kebabs. I hope you make them this summer. Enjoy.